This is a Glassbox Media podcast.
This is our Shorty edition. I'm Cassie.
I'm Keegan.
I'm Christina.
And everything is awful.
We got a really, really incredible email from a listener a while back that I really wanted to share. I think it's something worth talking about. It really brought me back to a place in time. I want to see what you guys think.
Okay.
But she says, "Hey guys, I love your podcast so much and I don't have a worst date story, but I do have more of a sad situation to share. I just thought I'd take a long shot, and even if you don't share, maybe it'll bring back some memories. But I thought it could be a good talking point on the show and also very relatable. I'm 18 and I'm going through my first major breakup.
Aww.
I've dated before, but not as serious as this. I'm bisexual and it was my first relationship with another girl and it lasted over a year. We became a huge part of each other's lives and families, and that makes it even harder because not only do I miss her, but also her wonderful siblings. We also still love each other a lot, but things got a little toxic on both ends, so we decided to break up for now. I've been in a horrible relationship prior to this one, and her parents really fucked her over in the relationship department because there's a lot of cheating in their marriage. I feel like we both just didn't really understand how to remain stable in a relationship. I really haven't ever been this sad before, and it's really hard to stay motivated. I know she feels the same way, and when we broke up, we said we could possibly get back together later on down the line once we've worked more on ourselves. We go to the same college and are remaining friends as it was a mutual and amicable breakup. We just broke up, so we're taking a couple weeks before we start hanging out again as friends. However, I am worried she won't want to hang out again, which I feel like won't happen, but it's always a possibility. I have anxiety, so I'm super good at overthinking.
Welcome.
Yeah, relatable.
We were really good friends before we dated, so I just don't want to lose her fully. I also worry I won't be able to get over her, but she'll get over me. Seeing her with somebody else would probably crush me. The thing is, we work really well together, and it was surprising to find that so young, especially when I wasn't looking for a relationship at the time. I'm glad we were both really mature about the entire thing, but my 18-year-old heart is still super broken, and I have hope that we will get back together again. I know it probably shouldn't since I am so young, but I'm only human, LOL. I'm so glad I got to know her in a way nobody else has, and I will never regret anything, but it's super hard to stay positive."
Can I say, first of all, that is such a mature email from an 18-year-old? Like, I'm like, wow. Like, everything about that was actually very, very mature. Like, they made a mature decision to end the relationship when they thought things were getting toxic. And all of those feelings that she's having are so... That's just par for the course relationship, end of relationship. And you should never feel weird or bad about any of that stuff. That's just... what you feel when a relationship ends.
Yeah.
You know, it's like a death. It's hard.
I was like, oh my gosh, it brought me right back to my 18-year-old boyfriend and just like that intense heartbreak that it's just, I know we all have to go through it, but it feels nothing's as intense as that first one, you know?
I think that heartbreak is important in all of our lives. I think that heartbreak helps you. I think it helps you grow. I think there's something about dealing with stuff like that it is growth, right? Like, because you manage through that, you work through those emotions, then hopefully those things help guide you to make better decisions as you move through your life, or better decisions for you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, because it really does feel like you're going to feel that way forever.
Oh, yeah.
Like when you have that terrible breakup heartbreak, you're like, I will never feel okay again. Like that is, you can't see your way out of that like heartbreak hole. And then you do like life moves on. You do feel better again, you know, and you learn from that. You grow, you learn a lot about yourself, I think.
I think for me too, the one thing that it helped me to learn was to start to combat that thing that's been shoved down our throats our whole lives, that concept of soulmate. Only having one person out there that you're supposed to find that is your soulmate.
It's pressure.
And
it's a lot of pressure.
Yeah. And it's really like the older I've gotten now, I find like people will work for you sometimes in certain situations, and like people are meant to come in and out of our lives, and we're meant to be grateful for the time we do get to spend with people.
Yeah.
And I think that's just part of it, like learning how
life is fluid.
We're always changing and growing and evolving and becoming different. Like, and so it makes sense that there are some people who are going to be good for you at a certain season in your life, and then sometimes you outgrow each other. Like that's just something that happens.
Yeah,
but it's sad. I would definitely say like as the whole friendship thing, like. I do hope that you do get to a place, but it may not happen right away. And, you know, that's something that's got to be okay too, you know?
That's exactly right. You have to come to terms with the possibility that might not work out.
Yeah.
And I think that's hard. That's hard because, and you have a valid worry about like her meeting somebody else, but and moving on.
You will too.
But you will too at some point, right? I mean, it's possible. It's possible you guys might not end up back together. You might.
I don't know. You might. It happens. It does happen. But it's like if it doesn't happen, that's okay too.
Yeah. And I think that you gotta really address the reasons it didn't work out if you're going to go back together. Because I think that is, you can't leave anything on the table because then the next breakup might be the end. Yeah. Of like friendship, everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I also just try in general these days not to be so goal oriented, I guess, if that makes sense. Not having something be like, oh, the end all be all goal is that we get back together or whatever.
Right.
And just like instead, like just be more into being, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just like
trying
so
to
hard
tell 18-year-old me that though.
I know. Same. Yeah. Same.
Yeah, but you really can't control anything. Yeah. So you might as well just like let it go. Like
let it ride.
Let it ride. Seriously.
Yeah.
It's the best thing you can do. From not an advice podcast.
No,
by the way.
But also like, God, thank you so much for such a well-written email, and from 3 women who also definitely know that feeling. We give you so much love and hugs and support during this time. You know, being 18 though, you've got so much.
Oh yeah.
So much ahead of you. And especially like the way that she wrote it out and the way that you're in touch with your feelings in a very mature, thought out way. Like,
oh yeah.
If you could just run for president or something,
that would be great.
Great.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. But then it made me think after reading that, okay, so we always do a would you rather for the shorty. So in the spirit of that, would you rather have ended up with your 18-year-old partner?
First boyfriend.
Your first serious
boyfriend.
Okay.
Right.
Partner.
Okay.
Or be single for the rest of your life alone?
Because I had a boyfriend in quotes when I was like 14, but like it was like hold hands in the hallway kind of thing. Like that was not.
I'm talking the serious.
You're talking like serious and like
you lost your virginity,
lost your virginity, broke your heart kind of thing.
Yeah.
Would I rather be with him for the rest of my life or never be with anyone again?
Correct.
Never be with anyone again.
Wow.
Yeah, I'd rather be alone. I mean, and granted, in fairness, I don't know him now. You know, like people grow and change. He doesn't know me now. Like we're different people than the people that we were when we were together. But if I have to base it on who we were together and what I do know of him now, it would be a no. I don't want to live that life ever again. So
you're like, I'm good.
I'm good. I like myself. I'll be alone.
Yeah. I actually, my very first serious boyfriend, I believe I've talked to, he's the one with the Ashley Judd poster above
Amazing.
the bed.
Yeah, amazing. Love it.
And I don't know anything about him now. God, this is ages ago. But just thinking through what it would have been like to progress through life
in that
with
relationship.
him in that relationship.
Never getting rid of that Ashley Judd poster. It's always there. Takes it with you. He's 40. It's in his garage right
in
now.
his garage above his tool
It's a no for me. I would also rather be alone.
Yeah,
I really
also,
would.
The older I get, the less being alone scares me.
Yeah.
Like I'm not
Fucking
scared of being
amazing.
alone. Like
Yes.
I'm like I think I would be fine actually. Like, you know, you get to decorate your house however you want to.
Oh,
Nobody
yeah.
can tell you.
If you want to eat baked potatoes for a month, you
Every
can
day
do
for a
that.
month?
You
Yeah.
can- that's what's so funny is how much I grew to love being by myself right around the time I met Aaron.
And you're like, oh damn.
You're like,
Oh man, I really got like a month and a
Shit.
half of solid like
Just
joy
joy.
and happiness.
and then here comes Eric.
Wrecking ball.
I could be equally happy either way, to be honest with you. I do know what's going on with my ex. We're friends on Facebook. He, love of my life. I was 16, broke my heart. He's a gem. He's honestly a gem. He seems like a sweet guy who is happily married with, you know, his 2.5 children and got a great job. I was absolutely able to be super weird with him and very much myself at 16, which was really fucking awesome. He's a great guy. I have literally nothing to say bad about Richie.
Oh,
Go Richie.
Shout out to Richie.
Shout out to Richie.
Yeah.
You seem like an amazing guy still. I do not think that my life would have been disappointing. I think that I wouldn't have obviously the life I have now. I'd probably end up living, you know, with him on his career path. So, you know, it's a different move. It's a different path.
right.
But I don't think I would have been unhappy necessarily.
There's a version of you in the multiverse that did that.
That did
and,
that. Yeah,
it was
yeah,
probably,
yeah. In my midnight library.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no, it would be a journey for sure to look into. But I'm also could be completely happy being single.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think either of those would be acceptable for me.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah, great.
No, I mean,
I'm happy for you. I'm glad that like you don't have to look back on your past and be like, what?
Listen, now there's a couple in there that I'm like, abso-fucking-lutely not. You guys just happened to pick the one good one.
Yes.
It's a bookend in my
Yes.
world. I had to start it
Good,
with a
strong start.
strong start,
Strong
and a strong
finish.
finish,
Yeah.
and I'm very, very much everything in the middle though. Shit, garbage.
my choose your own adventure is full of like go to page 67, fell down into the crypt. Like that is my journey is just like
Oops.
Yeah, it's a wreck of a choose your own adventure. So
That's hilarious. I mean, awful, but hilarious.
well, should we hop into stories?
Yes, let's do it.
Well, I've got one. Okay. He told me we were going on a 7-mile out and back hike to go fly fishing. Okay, first of all.
Hold on. How many miles?
7.
Too many.
No.
7.
We can find a closer.
To go fly fishing?
We
So
can
I'm also
find-
carrying all my equipment. I'm sorry. I need a caddy to
Unless
carry
you're
all my.
Brad fucking Pitt in Legends
River runs through
runs through it. Like, no, thank you, sir. No fucking thank you.
Turns out it was 7 miles of steep uphill to get there. We only
fuck you.
fished for a few hours because we got rained out. And when I asked for help, he told me, I'm not your babysitter, and farted the entire day because he ate a bean burrito.
I'm not. What is? Wow. Did you go with your brother? This doesn't sound like a date at
This
all.
is so unromantic.
Oh
okay,
my
it's like
God.
hot and hiking uphill.
Mosquitoes.
Like
Rain.
fly fishing, mosquitoes,
it's damp
rain,
because of
farts,
rain.
burritos.
This is you're not on a date with somebody that's not
furious.
related to you.
Yeah.
This is totally like a fucking like you're hanging out with your brother's friends or some shit.
I hate that.
This is so like unrelentingly unromantic. But he also spoke to people we passed on the trail more than he spoke to me. And the 7-mile hike back down gave us both a ton of knee pain, and it was horrible. Worst part, it was the second date because the first date was magical.
What?
How?
What?
The math ain't mathin'. I don't understand.
I have questions.
Yeah.
I want to know about the first
Me
date.
too.
That led
Exactly.
to-
I'm
The
like, and
first
they
date,
write in.
they went probably like to like a bar, had drinks, they like connected. It was like amazing. And then like,
It's like you wanna go
to
fly
come
fishing?
out of the gate with that. Maybe it's something that we're both interested in. I mean, this date sounds terrible to
Awful.
me. No,
Truly.
thank
And I
you.
like being outside.
I
And
do
I'm like,
too.
no.
I
But
like
you know what?
hiking even. I wouldn't even mind like younger me with better joints. Would never. This would actually sound great. The fly fishing, no.
The
'cause
fly
I
fishing is
don't-
a hard pass. I don't like
I
fishing.
hate fishing.
Yeah.
I don't like touching things that are squishy.
Slimy. I don't eat them, so it just
No.
feels cruel.
Yeah, doesn't
no, but I mean,
not
I
fun.
would go on a hike. Maybe not. I like being
wouldn't even
outside.
mind watching
and I
you.
like, but 7 miles
Right.
is a lot.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
that's a lot for a date. That's a lot. I mean, if you were like, we're gonna do this, make a day of it. You guys have been together for a long time, and you like hiking. Then I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, 7 miles is okay.
Yeah,
but
because
like,
even if I didn't want to fly fish, like say like in whatever multiverse, like Erica was like, yeah, I really want to do this. I'd be like, oh, I'll bring a
hike
book
in
with
you.
me.
Exactly.
And I'll sit
I'll
there.
watch you.
If you want to fly fish, like that's
Sure.
great. But
yeah, 7
But this is
miles.
not a
That's
date.
an all day thing. And
This
also
isn't a
check the
date.
weather because I'm not hiking in mist. You know what I
Also-
mean? Gross.
second date is too much to be blowing ass. It's much too soon.
Too soon,
like,
bro.
listen, we all get older and our bodies make weird
Reject us.
noises and everything like that. And it's fine. I get it. But
That ain't
second date, hide that shit. Hide that shit until later.
Literally, hide that
it's
shit.
too early. Hide your shit.
He's like, I'm gonna go down this end.
Oh
was
God.
that?
Oh God.
Fisher Birkin.
Okay. This one's really short. This is a worst first date. I went to the wrong house and an elderly couple made me come in and watch TGIF with them while they searched for a phone book so I could call my date for her address. This is pre-cell phones. They went to the wrong house and this like nice old couple was just like, come in and
We're watching Full House.
Yeah.
Oh my God. What is this?
They're like, I'll get the phone book. Don't you worry about it.
This is the most wholesome shit I've ever heard
So
of in my life.
cute.
Actually.
Like I just picture it's like, oh, she probably like brought him cookies or something. He's like sitting there dipping his chocolate chip cookie in
Glass
milk,
of milk.
watching TGIF.
Full House. Yeah.
That's amazing.
Oh man, I am. This actually makes me very happy.
I know.
Yeah.
That sounds like a great date.
Yeah, it doesn't
Great
sound
first
bad
date.
at all. All right, so and anybody who knows me knows that this is legitimately probably my worst date. I literally 2 things in the world I hate. What are they? Balloons.
Oh yeah.
Dogs humping me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, those are my 2
Yeah,
absolute deal breakers.
I don't like it either.
So his dog would not stop humping me. So he threw a giant stuffed crocodile on the floor. And the dog proceeded to hump it for the rest of the night.
Oh,
Then he started talking to me about church, asked me if I would ever consider getting baptized. Then he showed me a necklace that had the entire Lord's Prayer on it and recited the whole thing to me.
Wow.
okay.
No, thank you. Goodbye.
That's too much.
Too many
That's
things.
Too many things.
The dog humping me.
And
I'm
also,
already out.
even if the dog's not humping you, there is something
It's humping
so
on the
gross
floor.
about like, a dog just going to town on a
fucking
stuffed alligator in front of you for the entirety of the date. I hate that.
That's going to be a no. Okay. I've got one. This is very short, 1 sentence long. It's a vibe. It is a whole mood.
Okay.
She had her luggage with her and expected to move in with me. First date.
Oh no!
I'm sorry, what? Her luggage with her.
luggage with her. I just imagine showing up at like an Olive Garden or something like that with like
No.
a rolly suitcase.
What's going
Hi,
through
it's nice
your
to meet
mind?
you.
What is going
No.
through your mind? Like, why?
Like
what
luggage.
What was your situation? I've got questions. Like, what was your situation like prior?
That? Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Did you just get kicked out? Did your roommates kick
Like
you out?
just
That-
now.
just now,
Just now.
just
It
now,
just
happened.
happened. But I'm sticking with this date.
Oh man, I made a plan, and so here I am.
God. People are so bold. That's amazing. Okay. Similarly, Guy brought his 2 kids along so we could get to know each other. Asked when I had an evening free to help his daughter with her homework. And if we could have the next date nearer where I lived so he could bring his laundry round.
Wow.
He brought his kids, was like, when can you come over to help my daughter with her homework? Also, next time, can we meet by you so that I can bring my laundry to do at your house?
Oh my God. Sir.
First date. 3 kids. Brought his 3 kids on their first date.
Well, it shows you everything that they're looking for. They're looking for somebody to help with labor. Yeah, exactly. Taking mommy applications.
Yoinks. Yeah. All right. Mine's a bit long, but not, it's long for shorty, but not too shorty for longy.
I get it. Yeah.
All right. So this guy immediately opened by telling me the details of his 3 entirely separate pending domestic abuse cases. And then continued to talk about that. When the waitress would come to the table, he kept asking her to make my drinks a double and wink at her. All of this happened within 30 minutes. The waitress heard him talking on and off, and as she was waiting on us, she had the manager come to the table and tell me that my car's lights were on. They literally escorted me out, covered my check, and walked me to my car.
Amazing.
Not all heroes.
I went back during lunch shift the next day to take care of my bill and thank them, and deleted plenty of fish.
Yeah.
She had said, like, in some of her in the comments too, that the server, like, it was kind of like a wild guess, like a wing and a prayer that she drove, Yeah. But she did say that they live in kind of a smallish town and getting a lift or something isn't super, super easy. So they made a guess. And I guess that the manager was like, can I have you go ahead and grab your stuff? I'm pretty sure like that way she had her stuff with her.
That's amazing.
Wow.
I mean, God bless them. That they were like paying attention like that.
Yeah, her inner voice must have been screaming, help me. Yeah. And that server was like tuned in. She's like, I got you.
Yeah, and also probably that guy's energy was very scary.
Yeah. To the point. Yeah, exactly.
It's got to be bad for somebody to step in like that. It
really has to. Because I've seen lots of like bad dates where it's just like awkward and blah. But like to that level, that's
danger.
Yeah. Okay. Here's one. I, a 20-year-old male, had my first date so bad it's worth writing about. Let's call her Anna. Anna and I met through a dating app, and she seemed nice. Not someone I'd usually talk to, but enthusiastic in conversation. Everything was pleasant online, so we met up under the premise I'd help her with uni maths and biology, my academic background.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Within the first few minutes, several red flags come up.
Uh-oh.
Turns out Anna is 18 and only applying to uni, but okay, maybe we will still have something to talk about, right?
It's only 2 years.
It's not
a big deal. Yeah, 18 and 20 is not.
Yeah. But a bit later, she proceeds to cuss out a few lads that accidentally ran into her with racial slurs.
No. God. People. Look,
just
that's another. Honestly, I could do another thing on TikTok that's like things that shouldn't happen on first dates but happen all the time. It's like people just whipping out like racial slurs first date out the gate.
Like, soups cash. Yeah, exactly.
Casual racism.
You would not think that it would be that common, but
it really is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Lecture me about how the average length of a penis is 20 centimeters. I don't even know what that
I don't. Somebody do the math.
The average salary of a working man should be at least $90K. That the contraceptive pill could be lethal and used only to spread STDs, and that all Android users like myself are poor.
Oh wow! Whoa. She's got takes.
Whoa, takes on takes. Throwing in that contraceptive one was like real out of.
You're like,
what?
What?
Hold on.
Oh my God! I saw a fucking TikTok this morning. This guy, he is always like going around reporting at Trump rallies.
And
letting them tell on himself.
Yeah. Love.
This woman was saying how like all the votes went out into space and changed to Biden, and that's how it worked. And it was like Biden had secret satellites over, and I was like, what?
It is so wild.
He was like, how do you know? She's like, it's a secret.
She's like, I have an antenna
here.
that
no.
Did you see the one with the guy where he was like, are you like, can you just say, are you for or against slavery? And he said no comment. What? He's like, what?
Sir.
Like, I'm going to give you one more opportunity, pro or anti-slavery. And he is just like, no comment.
Like, sir.
No comment is a comment.
There's a comment there.
Yeah.
I love the one who I saw today when he was like, so you're saying that the mask mandate and COVID, actually you lost your job for it. And he was like, yep. He was like, because I couldn't go into people's homes. They wanted to know if I was vaccinated, et cetera, et cetera. And he's like, so your employer fired you? And he's like, well, I was the employer. He's like, so you had to fire yourself from your self-employment job? He was like, it was just
amazing.
so
Much. Amazing.
Like, what?
Conspiracy theories are definitely my jam. But yeah, the contraceptive one being used to spread STDs is a new one for me.
Yeah.
Not heard that one. So
yikes.
Well,
yeah. Okay. This is a first date story. Stubbed my toe walking into the bar to meet him and had to leave once I realized my shoe had filled with blood. After I couldn't get the bleeding to stop, I spent 8 hours in the ER for a broken toe that needed 10 stitches.
Jesus.
Still got a second date though.
Hey. Wow.
Like she just thought she stubbed her toe and was like, "Oh, I'll
Casual.
just ow," but like I'll just go about the date, and then you're like, "Why is my sock squishy?"
Oh, God. That's a hell of a fucking stub. You needed 10 stitches and you broke it.
How do you even get
Sir.
10 stitches on a toe? Like they're pretty small.
yeah.
Holy shit. Oh, God. I thought I've stubbed my toe before, but clearly I have not. Woo. Okay. A few years back, I, 27 female, had really hit it off with this guy. We had chemistry, great communication, and even a couple flirty texts here and there. Finally, we planned to meet. Turns out, been his mom texting/sexting me because she wanted to find him someone.
Oh,
I want to peel my fucking skin off. You're kidding.
No. You've been sexting with someone's mother.
and also like if it did work out,
That's your fucking
mother-in-law,
mother-in-law.
you've sent her pictures of your boobs. Like,
Oh
ew.
my God.
I hate it.
Did I just win this round?
Did the mom, was she like, honey, I need a picture of your peen.
No.
I'm talking to girls online for you.
I need your pee-pee picture.
No.
No. It's a line, and then they're all the way over there.
They're on a different continent.
Yeah,
That
honestly.
the line is not even in their sights anymore. The line is so far away.
line
You're
is a
like,
dot.
I don't even see a line.
Yeah.
Nope. That's because you're so far away from it, ma'am.
You are. You're way over it. Okay. Well, this is anticlimactic, but a guy took me out to dinner and excused himself to use the bathroom. Was gone for about 10 minutes.
Whoa.
Found out the next day that he was actually in the parking lot having a quickie with the waitress who knew a friend of mine.
Bold.
He's like, I'll just be right back. I'm just gonna.
What?
Okay.
Okay.
It's a lot. Okay. This one is similar to that one. He took me to a restaurant and went to the bathroom a lot and stepped out often to take calls. I thought it was weird. And then the waiter said, "You know he's at another table with a blonde woman, right?" He had 2 dates at once.
No.
He's just table hopping.
Just back and forth.
No.
Wow.
The audacity.
It reminds me of that scene in Mrs. Doubtfire where he is at both tables and he's like at one table as Mrs. Doubtfire and at the other table
one
as Robin Williams. And so
Yes.
he's having to like go to the bathroom and change.
Oh my
and
God.
go back and forth. It's just real bold to plan He's like, I can get them both in. Same time, same place.
Listen, I've done multiple
man.
dates on the same day, but not at the same time.
Yeah.
You know?
And I only have 7 o'clock available. So
book them both.
yeah, book them both. Double book me.
Great. But not, wow.
Amazing.
Woo, that was bold.
Yes, very. Well, hey, if you guys have stories, be they short or long, or if you just want to reach out and talk to us, tell us any kind of story, go to our one-stop shop of a website. It's myworstatepodcast.com. And we love you so much. Cheers.
This is a Glass Box Media Podcast.